The Sawla-Kalba constituency is one of 7 constituencies in the Savannah region. It borders the West constituency of the Upper West region to the north, Damango constituency to the east, Bole Bamboy constituency to the south, and Côte d'Ivoire to the west. It has a population of 110,798, with males constituting 48% and females 51%. The constituency is predominantly rural. According to the Ghana Statistical Service, it has a rural population of 93%. Like every constituency in the rural north, infrastructure such as roads, electricity, water, schools, and health facilities remain a challenge. Major towns to watch in these elections are Sawla, the capital, Tuna, Suma, Kalba, Jindabur, and Kulmasa. It is one of the safe seats of the opposition National Democratic Congress. The party has dominated the constituency since 1992. In 2016, the NDC's Dari Chiwitey pooled 17,209 votes, whilst former President John Mahama did even better to continue the party's dominance in the constituency. The NDC in the constituency say they intend to continue their dominance in the constituency, whilst the NPP says they will cause an upset in this year's elections. Here are some communicators of the two parties.
Looking at Sawla Road, which NDC were able to tie it. Looking at the ongoing district hospital, one of the best hospitals. If you enter inside, you might think you are in Europe. Yeah, that is the achievement of John Dramani Mahama. Looking at the market. Now, you people told us that you, according to your tracker, whatness, it's only, polytank that you brought to the market. Even we can't even find it. Imagine a common polytank, and you will be able to put it out to tell people that it's your achievement. Are we serious as a country? People have been doing this. Even single people, normal people are doing more than this. Having assemblyman, they donate more than this. So why should we take this one as an achievement?
Even though NPP has never won the seat here since 1992 up to date, but this year is a year of change, because if you come here and you see the change, the wind that is blowing, you really know that yes, this year is a year of a change, because with the caliber of the parliamentary candidate that we have, being young and vibrant as it is, Honorable Banasco, everybody is rising. It's the spirit of the constituency is rising to actually go this in support of Banasco to make sure that this year we really have a zero change.
But what do residents of Sawla, the constituency capital, make of the two parties? Some residents spoke to Citi News.
Management of the district assembly has not been working since NPP take over power, and I don't know why. I don't know whether it's the DC who is not performing or whatever it is that is happening at the district assembly. For me, the district assembly need to perform, and then the decentralization is not working, because projects at assembly happens to come from all the way from Accra, and then some contractor will just come here and then he says he's doing a project here when assembly has no hands in it or have no knowledge of it. And those things must be checked, because the decentralized must work. For me, I have tested the two parties over and over again, and it's like the two parties are always going back and front. They are doing almost similar thing. This one comes and then they depends on party faithfuls, and then they look only solely on the side of party faithful, and the other one come the same thing. So for me, I've lost interest in the total interest in the two parties for now. So for my decision to vote for this year, I don't know yet.
If you look at the policies and programs of this new patriotic party, I would say yes, let's go for the NPP because of the number of projects that have given us in STK. For example, on the rural electrification, if you go to there's a community around Kalba called Koriju, it's been connected. If you go to Benayiri, there's connection going on there. If you go to Konkorompe, they are doing connections there, and they are going to be connected to the national electricity grid. And another thing we can talk about is this free HAS policy that they've brought. Actually, if you look at we in the north here, and then particularly this our district is a deprived one, and a lot of people have benefited with this free HSS policy. Our people they are in the secondary schools and they've written and they're back home, which some of them would have been dropouts by now.
I can boast of the road linking Sawla to Fusu. I can also boast of a shortcut by the previous government, which our clinic was developed to a polyclinic and now a district hospital by the federal government. I can also boast of a secondary also given by the district through the previous government, which now even running almost, is it? I cannot even, a year it was established, but I can see that actually they have helped the district as far as development is concerned. So also go back to this electrification. I can just count a lot of villages within the district that are electrified through the previous government. They will never lay hands on this current government as far as development is concerned. Yeah. If we are talking of the governmental aspect, I would like to give it back to the former government. It's actually what is expected.
For the incumbent NDC MP and candidate Andrew Dari Chiwitey, his dedicated service in bringing projects as an opposition party in the last 4 years is enough to consolidate the NDC's dominance of the constituency.
I'm doing a school project at Carrier area. I'm doing another school project at Dixie. I'm doing another school project at Chiwitey. I am a member of parliament in opposition, but these are the things. But what is happening is that I go and stay with the communities. I let them know that the fund that I receive is small. I cannot do a full project, so I get the community to support me with their labor, and they will raise up the buildings. That's what I'm doing. Look, I supported Nyangukura with that dam is fantastic, far bigger than the one big one dam that they claim they have done. Go to Jilinko Road and see the one big one dam that they did there. It's just some funny thing. You won't believe it. Go to Carrier, the one big one dam that they did there. It's a mess. The communities go there and they don't get the water.
For Banasco, Citi Nuhu, his work is well cut out. He must do what no NPP candidate has done before: cause an upset. He tells me he is sure of victory for himself and the NPP, touting government's flagship programs and his clear message as his selling points.
Over the years, it has been politics of deceit in this area, and I'm glad to say that our people are much more enlightened now. We have a lot of young people who have seen all in other places, so things that were said some years ago wouldn't sustain in this year's elections. And I am confident that the many young people who are home without any opportunities, like you said, we have had NDC MPs for the past 28 years, and we ask ourselves, what are the opportunities that are being created, especially for our young people? And I think that these are the issues that are being played in this year's elections that gives us a lot of assurance and confidence.
For Citi News, I am Richard Fogo, reporting from Sawla, Savannah region.